Jeannie.
Yes.
I know you have had something in your heart that you've wanted to share with us today.
Yes.
What is going on?
Okay. So I feel like we're all family here.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody else, we're family. Viewers are family. So don't get that excited. It's just a little thing. But I've always heard for women that as you get older, there's something in you that turns at some moment when you decide to have kids.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, mid-20s, I never felt it. 30s, cold as hell. There's nothing in here. Still partying, having fun. Mid-30s, now late 30s. Just the beginning of this year, after maybe being around kids, watching little Logie run to Tay and just see her as the only person in the room, I felt my uterus wiggle.
You did?
Yeah. It's actually a little spiritual.
Wait a minute, you pregnant?
No, I'm not pregnant. But you guys have known, like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant.
Ready. Was you ready?
Okay.
I
So
wasn't ready.
All I'm saying is, and after talking with you, Tay, and just talking to other women, I'm 37. I know I'm not getting any younger. I know if I was going to have a kid, I should decide now, today, 5 minutes ago. So I've decided I'm going to start thinking about freezing my eggs.
Well, you should.
I just want to think about that. Yes.
Think about it?
Yes.
Are you going to?
Here's why I say think about it. And I'm bringing this out because I want to start having a conversation about what that means to freeze eggs. What does it mean for Freddie and I? Because I don't want anybody's hopes to get up. Freezing eggs just means giving me the option. It doesn't mean anything's guaranteed. So that's why I think for me, I just want to start opening up the discussion. I want to be able to come by. I want you to let me, with chaperone permission, babysit Araya, have biscuits with Logie, talk to other women to understand what does it mean. Because
She has a question.
I want to know what it feels like to go through that.
Okay, so listen, I went through IVF, and I'll definitely hold your hand while you go through this process because, you know, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's happening with your body, and there are some changes that's going to happen with your body, but you just have to know they're not permanent changes. Okay?
Wow.
And these are changes that is going to prepare you to carry your baby. And let me tell you something. When Vince and I went through IVF, we decided that I wouldn't just freeze my eggs, but we would freeze our embryos. Now, I don't know if y'all know that I have 4 kids in the freezer, okay?
Sitting patiently and waiting.
I had infertility issues as well, and this is not just a conversation for you to have with your girlfriends. This is a conversation for you to go real deep with your husband.
Yes.
Okay? Because the only person that's really going to walk you through, and I'll be here and I answer the questions that you need, is your husband, is your man. Yes. This is y'all journey together.
Yes.
So I just want you to keep that in mind.
Thank you.
And you know what? You also need to hurry up and make a decision because them eggs going to be scrambled pretty soon.
know what?
So you better freeze them. I'd say freeze them and talk or whatever.
I have a question, though. I have a real question for you.
37.
Obviously, I'm assuming that you have discussed this with Freddie, right?
Yeah, so we've discussed it and we signed up for a specific counseling class that prepares you to talk about, are you really ready to have children, and is this something you really want?
That's
or is it because
awesome.
everybody else is doing it, you feel like you should? Because I do feel like, is something wrong? Am I missing something?
No, you're not. I felt the same way. I wanted to kick it forever.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something. Kids are the biggest blessing.
I know, I see
It is
that.
something that you know is a gift from God himself, and that's
Absolutely,
it.
yeah.
I'm just being honest. Don't miss out on your blessing, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for just supporting the walk. I'm gonna be around. I want to be around children more. I don't have family that have kids here, so I want to be around it more. And then I want to talk with my husband and just mentally dissect what are his expectations with our marriage and what he would want if this works out and we end up freezing eggs. And if we freeze it and at the end of it I'm like, you know what, actually after hanging out with kids we just are better at uncle and auntie. How does that change us if it does in our marriage?
But you have that right.
Yes.
And that's okay, too.
Yeah.
If you go through all of this and you still decide, Jeannie, that that's just not for you, everybody has to respect that.
Absolutely.
Right.
You have to respect. It's your decision. It's your choice. It's your body. You want to do it, great. We ready to throw a baby shower.
Yeah.
If you're not, that's cool, too.
And I hate to keep talking about my experience, but what I
Thank
do
you.
want to tell you is that the only reason why I have the embryos in the freezer waiting on me is because after I went through the IVF cycle, I didn't feel like I wanted to be pregnant. It was just so much going on with my body.
Right.
But God decided He wanted me to be pregnant, and so He made me pregnant.
That's crazy.
Out the blue.
like a freak
out
accident.
the blue, like this. I didn't have a popsicle Logan. I had like the real one. We went on the date, got drunk, and what had happened was
I actually didn't know that. I thought that you used one of the eggs.
No, Logan is not one of the frozen embryos. Logan happened naturally.
He
He was
that.
naturally meant to be, and you could tell. You could tell he was. So,
So, and you know how the worst thing is when you get married, there are so many things you learn after marriage that people don't tell you. When you make big life decisions,
Like
you
how
always
hard
hear,
it is.
why didn't
That's
somebody
right.
tell you that? In
That's
pregnancy,
right.
why didn't somebody tell me that?
You ain't gonna lock each
that's
other
why
pregnant?
I want to go through this, and I'm opening it up for people who have gone through the experience or knows somebody, or even husbands who've gone through the experience, because I don't want to walk out of this at the time of my life when God's like, okay, now or never, are you doing this?
Right.
And then I go, I never heard about that, or I never asked that, or
Right.
somebody didn't tell me that. So this is why this is the real. We're family, and I trust you guys will respect our decision no matter what, but that you guys will just be real with me and tell me what I'm about to do. That's all.
Jeannie, that's
So thank you guys. Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
and I'll babysit.
Really? Would you really?
Of course. She's a woman. She doesn't charge you.
I don't charge. You have to cook.
You have to
food
feed
in your
her.
house.
That's
Okay.
I didn't know she was a free babysitter.
She is.